As we talked about last week, baseball's best team doesn't always win the World Series. Starting with the 2000 season, the team with the baseball's best record has only claimed the championship 4 times, the Cubs in 2016, the Red Sox in 2014 and 2007, they tied for the most wins both years, and the Yankees in 2009. More NLCS storylines to watch. Speaking of the Yankees, they were one of 3 teams to win at least 100 games this season, but they're already out of the playoffs. They had to face the 108-win Red Sox in the ALDS, and Boston proved too tough. Were the Yankees one of the 3 best teams in the sport this year? Yeah, probably. But they're done because October isn't always fair. Winning the title is hard. Injuries happen. Matchups matter. Unsung players become October stars. Regular season stars become GOATs. Predictions are, generally speaking, exercises in futility, instead of a straight power ranking, determining the best teams. The goal here is to rank teams by their chances of winning the World Series. Which team is best positioned, by talent, opportunity, schedule, etc., to take home the 2019 trophy? Let's take a look. 1. Astros. Why they're here? The reigning World Series champs looked pretty damn good in that sweep of Cleveland. The Astros had more home runs, 8, than runs allowed, 6. Justin Verlander carried a no-hitter into the 6th inning. Jarrett Cole struck out 12 and allowed just 3 hits in 7 innings. 4 different relievers threw at least 2 innings in the 3 games and posted a 0.00 ERA. The offense hit .327 as a team, with a 1.037 ops. Basically every hitter was J.D. Martinez, .330, 1.031 ops this year. I had the Astros second on this list before the LDS. That was based mostly on their path with Cleveland and then either the 108-win Red Sox or 100-win Yankees waiting in the ALCS. As we mentioned, they dispatched Cleveland so easily that I'm moving them ahead of the Dodgers, even though they have to somehow beat the Red Sox just to get to the World Series. That's how good this team, which won 103 games despite injuries allowing just 2 players to suit up for more than 140 games, is, now that it's healthy and the postseason is here. 2. Dodgers. Why they're here? The Dodgers didn't really fall because of anything they did. Even though the Braves won 1 game, LA still looked fantastic in a dominating NLDS victory. Take away one tiny wild spell for rookie Walker Buehler. He walked opposing pitcher Sean Newcomb on 4 pitches with the bases loaded and then grooved a 3-1 fastball that Ronald Acuna deposited in the seats for a grand slam in a game Atlanta won 6-5, and you're looking at a team that played sweep-worthy baseball. Buehler, by the way, bounced back from that hiccup by retiring the final 9 hitters he faced in that contest. He's positioned to become an absolute October rookie star. Think Michael Wacha from a few years ago. Hyun-Jin Ryu was stellar in Game 1, 7 shutout innings, and Clayton Kershaw was even better in Game 2, 8 shutout innings. This is an incredibly talented team that's healthier than it's been at any point of the season and is playing its best baseball. Good time for that. More MLB playoff schedule, results, bracket 3. Red Sox. Why they're here? They're behind the Dodgers for 2 reasons. 1. They have to face the Astros before they can even think about the World Series, and that's a tough damn task. 2. That bullpen is scary as hell for every Red Sox fan. Those things aside, Boston's lineup is so damn tough, with hitters capable of draining at-bats and extra base hits 1 through 9. Chris Sale is so electric. Rick Porcello and Nathan Eovaldi looked really solid against the Yankees. There's a reason the Sox won 108 games this year. Winning 8 more will be a challenge. 4. Brewers. Why they're here? Because, well, someone has to be ranked 4th among the best 4 teams in baseball. The Brewers led the NL in victories, thanks to an on-the-road win over the Cubs in Wrigley in the Game 163 tiebreaker, and then they dominated the wild-card Rockies in the NLDS, allowing just 2 runs in a 3-game sweep. They've been very impressive. A couple of days ago, someone asked me whether the Brewers reminded me of the Royals of 2014 and 2015, and that comparison makes a lot of sense, and not just because Mike Moustakas is the third baseball for both squads. If you're measuring perceived star power, the Brewers fall short of the other three teams still standing. The Royals did, too, but they made it all the way to Game 7 of the 2014 World Series and then won the whole shebang in 2015. The Royals were an outstanding team, with players that complemented each other nearly perfectly and made for one hell of a baseball team. Sounds familiar, right? Perceived star power isn't the be-all, and all in October. Remember Cody Ross? He wasn't a star, but the Giants don't win the 2010 World Series without his home run exploits throughout the postseason, 5 homers in 15 games, after 14 in 153 games in the regular season. On the other hand, if you're building a potential World Series winning team, it's nice to have a roster full of superstars. For the Astros last year, for example, Altuve had a 1.021 OPS in the postseason, Springer was at .997, Correa was at .886 and Verlander had a 2.21 ERA. The stars helped carry Houston to the championship. If the Brewers are going to be carried to the crown by superstars, only two players, Christian Yelich and Lorenzo Cain, really fit that bill, and that's a heavy burden. Basically, I would not be shocked if the Brewers win the first World Series title in franchise history, but I certainly don't expect them to win.